Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final round of Season 12 of Wheel2Wheel Racing. Tonight we are at the Nurburgring 24-hour circuit, also known as the Green Hell. Alongside me tonight we've got Tombo25. How are you, Tombo?
Good, thanks, Adam. Good evening, everyone. Nice side. Glad to be here.
Yeah, and as Tombo just said, on visuals we've got Captain Lowside. How are you, Captain?
Very good, thank you, Adam. It's fantastic to be here tonight. We are going to have a bloody good race in front of us. The Div4 leaderboards is insanely close. We'll have a look at them shortly, but really looking forward to Nurburgring. There is, it's a huge track, and there is sure to be carnage at some point in time. So let's keep our eyes peeled for that.
Yeah, definitely. This is probably one of the most grueling tracks in the Gran Turismo universe. It's definitely a tough track to stay on. So let's see what the Div 4 boys can do for us, and we'll get this race going. We're not going to be doing qualifying tonight. We are going off the Division 4 Championship ladder. So Wrestler will be starting on pole. Alongside him will be CS Packer. On third, we'll have Con 008. And then in fourth, we'll have LP Almonds. Fifth, we'll have Havoc. Sixth, ISA Renegade. Seventh, Urgent PD. Eighth will be NJS 555. Ninth will be F1 Weber. And we'll also have, I believe, 10th will be Renegade. So let's get this race underway and see what the boys can do. So we've got 90 minutes around here.
90 minutes, 11 laps.
Super enduro, yeah, 11 laps. So, alright, we've got the guys on the grid. We're just waiting for the lights.
Let's stay right up the front. I'm on with Packer at the moment. We'll see what he brings into turn one.
Yeah, we've got a long lights. Here we go. And we've got 5 lights. Revs go up, and we are away.
Oh, Urgent gets a lot of wheel spin off the back. Packer gets a nice run into turn one, relatively uncontested. Havoc and Con are almost going at it right at the early stages. Turn 1 and 2 here are very, very tight. Everyone's going to bank up right behind here and try and get through the first 2 hairpins.
I believe Urgent was a casualty of that grid start, unfortunately, for 13R, but till the race, only 10 seconds behind. We'll see what
just up ahead, we've got the top 3 bunched up, very tight. Is Con going to look to make a move on Packer, or is he going to...
It looks like he's going to hold off just for now. As you said, Tombo, this race is very long. One lap is about 8 minutes, 20 seconds, 8.5 minutes, depending on what your tyre wear is. That plays a massive factor. And also, if you can actually keep it on the black stuff, that is a challenge in itself. If you can keep it clean here, you're going to be in for a pretty good finishing position.
Absolutely. So the top 2 are our championship protagonists. So we'll see how they go about their business. Both of which not wanting to slip up and let the championship go away in these early stages.
Yeah, and I've just realised we don't have Wrestler tonight. He's the current leader of the Division 4 Championship. So I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but he might have a drop round in hand. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Absolutely. As it looks like everyone's keeping it fairly clean so far through the GP circuit as we make our way onto the Nordschleife. Everyone's falling into a line. Unfortunately, yeah, for NJS and Urgent, they've fallen right back. Very, very early days. But like you said, very long race. And all it takes is for other people to make a mistake, like we can just see Viking race there. Unfortunately, looping it around right as he gets onto the Nordschleife section of the course. Trying to get going there, and Urgent just manages to go through him.
We also had Neil take a trip on the grass there. He's going very slowly. Urgent's just up ahead. Just behind him. He's catching very fast, so... And JS struggling a little bit here in the opening lap of the race.
Yeah, Havoc is still most in fourth with...
just up ahead we've got Con and Packer going side by side around a very tough corner, flat corner, but Con's managed to make that move stick, and he's taking the lead off Packer.
Con using the power on top end of that Supra early on too. He's not looking to hang around. He's already gapped him by about 8/10, which is known to be the effective range of the slipstream. So depends on if Packer can hold on. I haven't actually got any race info in front of me, boys. What tyres are these leaders on?
Yes.
They're both on the mediums.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so we've got the top two running on the medium tyre, and then we've got Havoc and Renegade running on the soft tyre in 3rd and 4th. And then Webber's on the mediums, Armands is on the mediums, NJS on medium, everyone else is on the medium tyre, so
everyone besides Havoc and Renegade are on mediums. So it'd be interesting to see what happens here with Havoc and Renegade. I've heard you can only do one lap on softs. Is that the case, Adam?
I believe you can get 2 laps, but I've seen people do that on lower fuel. So obviously lower fuel, you have a little bit less tyre wear, so
you certainly have to be easy on them still as well. It's not like it's 2 full out laps on softs. You can get one good one and then you make it maybe 2/3 of the way through the second lap, and you're really having to watch how much grip you think you might have, because you certainly don't have it. So it's risky no matter what you do.
And I think that's what Havoc is doing here, because he's been quick throughout the whole season, but on the opening like half a lap, the guys on medium tyres have already put 8 seconds on him, so he's really nursing those soft tyres, and he's getting hassled by Renegade there. So Havoc's going to have to watch his mirrors and make sure he doesn't wreck those tyres too much.
Yeah, again, this race is all about tactics too, and strategy of figuring out what people want to do. Because if you're quick on softs, you can go for that extra couple of pit stops. But doing 2 laps, we can see Renegade absolutely hassling Havoc through this with a very fast, flat out uphill section. Obviously, it looks like the Merc has a bit more grunt up the hill, a little bit more torque to push along, which is surprising. Would have actually expected the Corvette to steam ahead there.
I think that is the power of the slipstream there.
Renegade takes a bunch of grass. Very lucky to not lose it there.
Renegade also has a lot more fuel than Havoc in this early stage.
And a lot more tyre as well. Havoc really chewing through those tyres.
Interesting. Maybe Renegade's in a fantastic spot here, in a perfect slipstream, able to save that.
At the front here, to meet out the front,
absolutely.
There's been a 3-second gap. Ton's pulled out on Pata. I've only just hit Pata, and they're 0.8 behind in now. Nearly 4 seconds.
You blink
Something
and we're
not
even a full lap in, and he's already pulled out about a 4-second lead. So that Supra really putting in work. Hopefully that'll work for me in Div 1 as well.
Yes, I think something's happened to Pata, unfortunately, but it's all a race.
If we jump up in 7th, we've got Armands all over the back of NJS, looking to make a move. Gives NJS a little tap. NJS manages to hold that, but it's so hard to pass around here. The track is so narrow. And
Armands was a lot further up than this before, wasn't he?
I believe he was. He must have...
Something must have happened to him then, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was with Renegade.
Yeah, he was.
And Havoc.
Yeah, there was a 3-way battle there, so early days, something's happened to Armands there, which is super unfortunate. It's looking like he's still maybe dealing with some dirty tyres. He's getting all sorts of crossed up through some of these corners. Unfortunate.
And Urgent's hosed in on these too. So good fight back from Urgent. Only 30 seconds off the lead. The race is definitely still in this.
Arman's looking left and right, trying to get around NJS. He's going to touch the grass. Can he hold it? Oh, he does.
That's a very risky section of the course to try and manoeuvre and overtake, but certainly keeping that pressure on NJS there.
And they're both off into the wall.
Wide. Oh, is Urgent going to be able to capitalise? No.
Urgent had nowhere to go and it's just hit Armands there, but it looks like...
Armands... Urgent's got dropped down the inside. Wonderful.
It's only lap one, boys. Down. Nah, it's good to see Havoc and Renegade side by side in third and fourth down the long straight, whatever that's called.
Let's see who has the power of the Corvette, the big American V8, or the German V8.
Renegade does have the inside, I believe.
Yeah, they're going to go side by side through this little S. No,
Wow.
Renegade thinks better of it and backs out. Although Havoc just closes the door, and smart driving by these two.
Yeah,
Smart driving by
sensible.
Renegade to pull out of that. That would have been dangerous.
No, it's incredible scenes there. 270 plus kilometers an hour, potentially even 280 down that back straight, side by side. They did very well to avoid contact, and Renegade thinking it a long game and just backing out of that one, saying you can hold the lead for now.
Absolutely, very smart racing brains right there.
And as we've touched on as well, the GP circuit is certainly the place for to try and mount an overtake. You've got a nice wide circuit, plenty of different options, but as soon as you get onto that Nordschleife, it's a totally different ball game. You've really just got to wait for a mistake from the person in front, which, if you keep the pressure on, is a high possibility. It's I don't know about you two, but having somebody hot in your tail is quite nerve-wracking.
Absolutely.
Oh, on top of your mistakes.
Goes wide there. But the outside line has still worked for him, so he's got a good drive out of there.
Just enough to hold on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find the GP circuit is just a place for me to rest, and because it is so wide, it's not so nerve-wracking as the other part of the track. And but you're right, it is a place where you can make moves a little bit more comfortably than on the actual Nordschleife section.
Renegade has the run here. Has a look to the inside. What does Havoc do here?
Who's going to break latest?
No, Havoc goes to. Oh, yeah. Great racing.
Keeps the block on down the inside into the braking and turn-in zone. So Havoc certainly has his elbows out early on. Renegade certainly looking like he potentially has more pace, but I'd be very interested to see what they're like if the roles were reversed and if Havoc could indeed keep up with Renegade.
Yeah, I don't know about you boys, but it's a lot easier to be with someone when you're behind them, and then you pass them and you go, hang on, they're actually not that slow.
Yeah.
It happens every time.
Wrong. But I believe Renegade does absolutely love this. Oh, and Havoc's in the wall. He's got a little bit sideways at that corner and he's put it into the wall. He's got front end damage, and that has just released Renegade. Havoc's got a big gap to F1 over behind, but it's definitely hurt him there.
On the topic of mistakes, that's all it takes. Unintentional Brian, I didn't mean to. I'm by no means a lyricist.
Drainage and him.
But yeah, as I was saying, Renegade absolutely loves this track, and now he's got free air. Be interested to see what he can do, if he can close the gap to Packer. His Packer's 20 seconds in front, but Renegade is on the soft tyre, whereas Packer's on the medium, so we'll see if he can bring that gap down at all.
Yeah, certainly keep him mental.
Noticed.
Go for it, Tom.
Sorry. Renegade's traction control appears to be on my view anyway.
Sometimes that can be a glitch if it's on right at the start of the race and then the driver turns it off. I think it still looks to us as though it's on. Same with the tyre glitch, that if you join a race or lobby halfway through, you don't see what actual tyres people are on. But I might just be giving Renegade the benefit of the doubt. Realistically, it actually slows people down here in our league and in our settings. So I don't think it'll be doing any favours.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. Here at Wheel2Wheel, we race with no traction control, so hopefully it is a glitch. If not, we might just send him a message while he jumps in the pits, if we remember, just to ask him to check his TC.
Yeah.
So that gap between Renegade and Havoc already opening out to 4.5 seconds. It was about low threes when Havoc rejoined and got himself back in order. So that's already jumping out to about 5.5 now. So Renegade certainly has his hoof down and is trying to catch up to those leaders there. He's got a big margin to try and close though.
It's just amazing
has
looking
also-
at Renegade. Sorry, Tom. Just Renegade's tyre wear compared to Havoc's, both on the soft tyre, and Renegade's tyres look amazing, to be honest, compared to Havoc's.
And fuel. Well, I know
Yeah.
the Corvette's thirsty, driving it myself, but I didn't think there'd be that much of a difference in fuel on that too. Interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah, definitely early days. It can play a big part here if you're able to gap someone in the pits or through pit stop strategy by using less fuel, meaning that you have to fuel up less, meaning that you stay in the pits for a lower amount of time. So all plays into the long game here. It's 90 minutes. It is you're not just relying on one pit stop. Every little second counts.
Yeah, as the sun comes out.
So, yeah.
I was just going to say the sun's out now. It started off a little bit overcast here. There's still some clouds around the track, but it looks like the sun's peeking through, so we'll see if that makes the track a bit warmer and the guys can go a bit faster.
Could potentially increase the tyre degradation, and yeah, we were earlier in the week we were forecast for quite a lot of rain, which would have made the opening laps a whole bunch more dramatic. But unfortunately, well, fortunately for some, unfortunately for others, the weather has played favour and stayed dry for us this weekend.
Packer has also put 5 seconds on Ton. No, sorry, Ton's put 5 seconds on Packer since I last checked in at the end of lap 1. So, Ton just putting the foot down, trying to take this championship by the neck.
He's certainly doing a bang-up job of it so far. We'll jump back up with Con as I bring up the Div 4 leaderboard. For those of you viewing at home, we can see that Wrestler is currently sitting top-notch, and he will, by the looks of it, have a drop round to spare, but the next lowest is 216 points, so that will certainly be the difference between him finishing in first or in, what would that end up being, eventually third or fourth. Depending where Arms finishes up. But yeah, between Packer and Con, there is 8 points separating them at the moment, and they have actually scored very consistently all throughout the season. Both Con and Packer pulling 339 points on 3 to 4 rounds each, which is incredible consistency. So really good to see from these two, and will come down to whoever wins this race tonight.
Absolutely. And Con has a slightly lower drop round compared to Packer. So, what's that? 8 points Packer has to the advantage of Ton. So, we'll see what happens there.
So is Wrestler risking it all by not being here tonight?
I think he is. His next lowest round is 216 points, whereas between Con and Packer, their next lowest is in the low to mid 300s, in the 330s range. So it is certainly going to hurt not being here tonight and counting as his second zero for the season. So an 8:15 for Con's first flyer. That is absolutely flying. He is not holding back by any means.
Yeah, no, that's a great lap. 8:15, a very respectable time.
There's a little battle for 7th here, for 6th. Harmon's within slipstream range of Urgent.
That's super, as we know. Oh, Renegade jumping into the pits seemingly fairly early, 44% fuel. It's 2 laps on softs. He probably wouldn't have been able to get around for another lap on softs, so we'll see what Havoc does. Expect him to jump into the pits as well. Yep.
Yeah,
as he dives in.
Yeah, so I believe there's 2 main strategies here where you can go 2-2-2-3. No, 2-2-2-2-3. Or 3-3-3-2.
Yeah.
So 3 mediums, so doing 2 lap stints on soft tyres.
With a 3 to round it out.
On a medium.
Yep, or the total opposite of that, doing 3 lap stints with a 2 lap to round it out. And honestly, either one can work, and it depends on the traffic that is around you at the moment. And if you want to try and break do the opposite of the person that's in front of you, and if they stay out, and if you can go in, then you drop in. But it all depends on what tyres you start on. If you can separate yourself from the rest of the field, just race your own race, get some clean air, you might be on for a good strategy come final lap.
Absolutely. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, boys, but Havoc seems to have dropped back nearly 20 seconds from Renegade, who was right behind him. Now, Renegade did have more fuel, but I don't think it was that much.
Now, the refueling time isn't necessarily huge. I believe it's set at 5 litres per second, so even the considerable fuel usage on track won't be 20 seconds worth in the pits, unless something else happened to Havoc by the time he got to the pit stop. But have they both gone full tanks of fuel on this pit?
Yeah, both full tank.
Interesting to see.
Yeah, and they've both come out on the medium tyre. Havoc runs very deep there.
Either way, not ideal for Havoc. He was in a good fight for a top-end position there, but unfortunately has dropped off the back of Renegade as Renegade's jumping onto the Nordschleife, very long section of the course, but is hunting down Armins, who is only 3 seconds in front. In a normal race, we would say 3 seconds is quite a lot, but around here, it's really not that much.
So we'll just jump up onto 4th, Urgent PD. He's right on the back of F1 Weber now.
After Urgent's,
after Urgent's spin on the opening at the start there, he's really come back strong.
It's great with the three-way battle here, hopefully.
Yeah, they all seem to be within slip zone of each other, coming into a very high-speed section of the course. The cars get super light over this crest as you turn in through this double apex right-hander. It's so easy to make it wrong there, but when you get it right, it is super satisfying. As you can see, that gap between Weber and Urgent just dropping dramatically. The slipstream and the top end of the Supra really playing ball here. I don't think there's going to be anything going for an overtake. Potentially into this next right-hander. No, Urgent thinks better of it going. There is a better place to do this. But that gap just absolutely demolished on that long straight there.
Renegade is also playing himself into this. Only he's gained a second already on Palmer's.
Yeah, you're right there, Tombo.
Now.
Renegade is pulling right into this battle pack. Going to make it a 4-way.
Oh, this would be awesome. That's a 4-way battle. Palmer's.
Armins is off in the background. Gives that position square back to Renegade, who is on an absolute rampage. I think he needs to change his name from Renegade to Rampage. He is just carving up this field at the moment and has only got 1.8 seconds at the tail end of Urgent, who is going to be on considerably more worn tyres and is going to be suffering from A, a battle, and B, just less grip. So I dare say Renegade's not going to want to hang around. We'll say thank you for that overtake at the slightest drop of a mistake.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting when Renegade catches up to these two, because it's hard enough trying to pass one car. When you've got to try and pass two that are very close together, it's going to be very interesting. Hopefully there's no clutching of doors or anything like that. As he's right up on the back of these two now.
There's
and Weber's in the grass. Both PD and Renegade go around Weber.
Unfortunate for Weber, there's that dreaded mistake word again. I think I'm going to be, or all of us are going to be saying it plenty of times tonight, and I'm sure I will in my own races, but Renegade hassling Urgent. He really wants that position here. This is where the Super is going to shine, though. This a very high-speed section of the course. I don't think anything's going for an overtake, but Weber going back, or Armin's going to Weber in the background there. Looks like he gets an overtake done. He does. Here we go, the very long uphill section. This is plenty of corners, but they are all flat out. The Supra, once you get it in the top gear and full boost, it really just hauls up this hill.
Look at that. I've seen that too many times this season. Super just drive away from you.
Look at that gap.
Slip down.
Solid in that Merc is no slouch. It's in solid slip this entire time, and Urgent is just pulling that gap out and just saying, see you later. Unfortunately, that gap now ends Because we're up to a corner and Renegade is going to zing straight by.
Oh,
he's in the wall. Renegade
no.
had the perfect opportunity and has unfortunately thrown it all into the barrier. Really wanting that overtake done, but such a high speed, high risk, and unfortunately, reward just did not pay off. But Renegade, he's not that far behind. He made up a lot of time on that first half of this lap, so plenty of time to recover. But just unfortunate for him to make that mistake. Meanwhile, Urgent can be the sigh of relief.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
A little bit too eager there from Renegade, but yeah, unfortunate for him. But Urgent, yeah, as you said, he's away, and Armin's also had a big spin as well when all that was happening. So unfortunately, he's lost a lot of time.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to put it to you, Aaron. Do you think Pata, and my son, do you think Pata is going to do another lap? His tyres are considerably better compared to Ton.
How's the
I'm not
fuel
sure about
situation?
the undercut.
Yeah, the fuel's not gonna. I don't think he
no.
won't make it on fuel.
Yeah, my bad. He's not going to make it, unfortunately.
I mean, 4 lap stints, they could be done. It was being chatted or spoken about earlier in this week, and it's a possibility, but you'd really have to be looking after your tyres, and it's where the fuel save starts to hurt. 3 laps is fairly comfortable for fuel.
Webber's the stun, so
No,
flipped a bit of draft
unfortunate.
and
It's so
spun
easy to
around.
do. It is so easy to do around this track. Oh, Armin's... Oh, he's doing a big slide. Manages to keep it up. That GC40 once it's sideways is not an easy machine to drive. So Armin's, after side swiping Webber there as he rejoins, kept it on track. Yeah, we see our leaders, Con and Packer, jumping into the pits. Their first pit stop. Con with slightly better fuel. Probably not enough to make a difference though.
Yeah, the old big Corvette not really liking the track around here compared to that nimble fast Toyota.
Oh, I don't know if I'd describe it as nibble, but maybe comparatively. Certainly proving to be an absolute beast in the hands of 13 hours Con. So fantastic job so far. He's already out of the pits. Packer's still flanning up. I think Con's actually going to hold on to the lead. Yeah, Urgent's a good distance back here. Sitting in 3rd place, and he's going to need to pit. It's a minute already. In 3 laps, there is a minute between our leaders and 3rd place.
yeah, Ton's on softs here, but Packer's on mediums again. So Ton probably going to do 2 laps, do you think?
Quite
Or
potentially.
one
I don't think it's worth doing 1 flyer, and it all depends on fuel. Is he gone straight to full tank?
Yep.
Interesting. Maybe he's looking to use a little bit more fuel, really push on these two soft laps, and come back in and finish on a trio of 3 lap medium stints. Who knows? Time will tell. But either way, he's pulling out much bigger of a gap already on Packer. So looking to just solidify and really drill home the fact that, hey, I'm faster than you and I want to hold out top spot.
Absolutely.
Just keep an eye on Armand and NJS. They both come into pits. Armand's came in about 4 seconds in front, but Armand's only has 4 litres while NJS has 11. So it'd be interesting to see if NJS how much time he'll make up here.
We see a flurry of pit stops at the end of lap 3, so all these medium runners coming in for the fuel and tyres. Everyone looks like they're going for a full tank of fuel. Armand's is out. NJS is still in the pits. He's dropped out now as well.
Interesting. Yeah.
Good pick up there, Adam.
Yeah.
So he's only saved about 1.5 seconds. About a second now. I thought it would have been a little bit more than that, to be honest, but anyway.
Apparently not.
Now, Renegade, despite his little moment earlier,
He's in a fantastic position.
He's in a fantastic position, and I'll be honest, I'm a bit bamboozled as to how he got there, but
He has
That's
somehow
really
played the
good.
cards dealt to him, and he has played them perfectly. He's 31 seconds off the back of Packer. They're both on fresh tyres, full tanks of fuel, so they probably won't be as quick as they could be. But dare I say the gap is going to be dropped between Packer and Renegade?
You'd
Unsure.
think so, by the tank.
Yeah, that gap is already dropping. It was about 31. It's now down to 30. It's going to dip into the 29s. Who knows? But either way, Renegade loves this track and has played his cards perfectly. Already on the podium.
He's a bit of an enduro specialist, Renegade. Remember the last time I was commentating before at Bathurst, he came from nowhere and might have been third or second. So, keep it on, Renegade. I don't think his story's over yet.
I have a little battle forming up here in for 7th between Webber and NJS. Only 1.7 seconds apart. Time was coming down a little bit.
Yeah, again, 1.5 seconds on a normal track is considered to be a reasonable gap. But around the Nordschleife, you really have so many different things that can go either your way or completely against you. And just like that gap is already down to, well, was almost down to sub 1 second, but everything's so volatile, so who knows what can happen.
I think NJS just finding it tough here in the mid-rear car with these constant switchbacks, throwing out the balance of the MR cars.
You know how that feels, don't you, Adam?
I do, being in the Porsche, yeah, definitely.
You've got a long 90 minutes ahead of you there, Adam.
Enjoy.
But Webber being in the faster Jag here, in the slipstream of NJS, don't think anything's going here. That little pug has fantastic top end. Nothing going for an overtake this time. You did a season in the RCZ there for a little bit.
No, Webber's girl crossed up and in the wall. Just put a right tyre on the grass and just kicked him out off the track.
It's so incredibly easy to do here. And just like that, 6 seconds lost. Gone down the drain.
That's incredibly unfortunate for mate Webber.
And somebody we haven't unfortunately had much airtime with, Viking, our resident weather god this season, is unfortunately finding himself down in 9th place in the Mitsubishi there.
Yeah, not having the greatest of races at the moment, but yeah, he's the weather god. Was revealed last night on the Hot Lap Live.
I don't know about you two, but that was a complete left field. I was not expecting Viking to be our weather god, but he has done a fantastic effort this season and really provided us with a great mix of dry and wet races and really just throwing a whole bunch of different conditions at us. So, yeah, hats off, absolutely.
Absolutely, best season by far in terms of weather. No offense to previous weather dogs. But
probably some taken, but that's fine.
Love your stuff though.
Yeah, no, just to echo your thoughts there. The weather this season has been fantastic. It's kept everyone on their toes and it's absolutely been amazing. So, well done, Viking racer.
Yeah, absolutely. Props to him.
So just looking at the top, Con has put on 7 seconds in, well, maybe 3/4 of a lap.
8 seconds, yeah.
8 seconds. So those soft tyres are really helping Con open the gap here. Although he will only get 2 laps, where Packer will get 3. But yeah, definitely working for Con at the moment.
How long is the pit stop, please?
Pit loss with about a full tank, well, going from empty, relatively empty, to a full tank is anywhere from 40 to 45 seconds, maybe a little bit less if you're not going to a full tank. And it is quite considerable. So running the softer tyres, you have to be considerably quicker to be able to make up for the extra pit stops that you do need to do in the long run. So it'll be interesting to see where Con actually comes out. And the end of lap 5, if he's going for 2 laps here. Thinking about it, 40 seconds is going to drop him right back to Renegade. On that topic, just as I flick onto Renegade, he is off in the gravel trap.
No!
Just regaining. So his hopes of closing Packer has part-time been squashed.
Ow. Another victim. Add that to the list, please.
I've lost track already.
Piling up.
But comfortable gap between him and Urgent, so it's not like you can afford to make mistakes around here, because you absolutely can't. But he is comfortably holding on to 3rd place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we just 4 laps in? Should we just run through the field?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we'll jump up with Con 008 racing for 13 Hour Autosports. He's got a 15-second lead on CS Packer for CP Motorsports, sponsored by Permobile.
Yep.
Tomo, you want to take it away?
Yeah. Then in 3rd, we've got Renegade in that L-Plan livery. Now, I believe they don't have a sponsor. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that is correct. They're not sponsored this season.
Just quietly though, their livery is stunning. Like,
absolutely.
Have been a fan of it all season long. So whoever has made them, I think it might have been CCH, who put them together. Fantastic, bang up job.
Absolute livery wizard he is. Always produces the goods. And then in 4th we have Urgent. Again, another pesky 13-hour driver.
You love to see it.
And behind Urgent, 9 seconds away, we have Havoc. Again, CP Motorsports and sponsored by Permobile.
Yeah.
Teammate of Tumbo's.
No.
Behind Havoc, we've got LP Armans, a privateer entry this season.
Yep, and then we have another privateer in NJS, also known as Neil, in 7th, in that handful within RCZ. I don't envy that car. And then
I so badly want to love that. Sorry, Tombo. I so badly want to love that car, but the Gran Turismo just does these mid-rear cars so dirty. They're just impossible. I find them impossible to drive, but that's just me.
Fair enough. I agree. Then 8th we have F1 Weber, who is on Hybrid Ag Studera Portfolio, who are battling for the team's championship this weekend. So he'll be trying to make up every place he can to get points for his team.
Yeah, that's right. Scuderia Quadrifoglio going to most likely take out the team's championship. And rounding out the field in 9th, we've got another privateer entry, Viking Racer, covered in all the sponsors of Wheel2Wheel Racing. Love to see it in that Mitsubishi.
Oh, he gets a little bit twitchy coming out of that second carousel. I said it in the Hot Lap live video that the exit of that carousel, right where the concrete in the center of the corner ends, is so sketchy, and Viking just doing a great display of how it can affect the car there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and speaking of our sponsors, I might just give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Hybrid Ag, who are sponsoring Scuderia Quadrifoglio. Hybrid Ag is passionate about educating people about the importance of nutrient density and the significant beneficial impact this can have on our health and the environment. They help people to apply this knowledge with a view to transform food quality as they know it today. You can learn more at hybridag.com.au. So thanks for those guys for jumping on board for Season 12. Hopefully we can have them for Season 13 as well. Thank you once again, Hybrid Ag.
Absolutely. While we're on the topic of sponsors, I might just jump across to the Jade Finance Australia ad and play that. We'll be back with all of you lovely viewers in just one moment.
Do you own a business needing new equipment? Or perhaps you're wanting a good set of wheels for that shiny new bike license? Maybe you're after that well-earned boat for retirement. Or you desperately need a new car or caravan for those family getaways? Get in touch with Jade Finance today.
And we're back.
I just saw that now.
What? Tell everyone what you just saw there, Adam. What are you spying?
We're just on board with Renegade, and I've just noticed he's only got 141 kilometers on his car, so he's run that all season, so I don't know how that works, but...
Surely has purchased a fresh unit off of the showroom floor, wanting to be in tip-top shape for the final race of 2022.
Perhaps he has two cars. Practice car and a race car. You know, absolute baller that he is, Renegade.
You never know. You never know what he gets up to, do you?
That's right. He's purchased a new car for the Nurburgring, but unfortunately he's put it into the wall, I think, twice now, so...
Maybe not so new anymore. That's right. My Supra has copped its fair share of lovely wall taps, so unfortunately Renegade is not alone.
Yeah, I have to admit, my Porsche is the same. It's beaten, and it doesn't look as good as it did off the showroom floor when I first picked it up, and I'll probably throw it in the bin after the Nurburgring tonight.
One final race. I wouldn't talk bad about it just yet.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a lull. Yeah. I might just jump onto our 180 embroidery advert as well. Be back with you guys in just one moment. Alrighty, jumping back up to the front of the field, Tombo has just made an interesting point that Con's tyres are not looking too crash hot. It's towards the end of his second lap, but it's still... You need tyre grip to be able to make it to the end of the lap, so it'd be interesting to see how he can handle it here. He's well and truly purple, but unfortunately he's not going to get the lap.
A few big braking zones too. And that left front, might as well throw that away.
And there it goes, it's gone.
It is gone, so he's full red. Full red. He's gonna... Whoa. My heart's beating for Team 13R on this next right-hander here. It is such a left front dependent. He's taking it super easy. These corners are so dependent on that left front, but he's keeping it clean, keeping it smooth. Realise that he's got no grip. But interestingly, only just still pulling on CS Packer behind, who is now brought it down to 14 seconds. Who presumably is also going for 3 laps.
He's gained a second there. I mean, Con did put 8 seconds on him in that lap. But now it's only 7.
Well, this is his second lap. So on the first lap that Con did on the soft, so lap 4, he put in 8 seconds. But on the 5th lap, the lap he's on now, he didn't put on any time.
It's actually stayed the same. Yeah. Interesting to note that Packer is 2 seconds purple, as was Con. So Packer actually might be on for a fastest lap here if he can get into the 8 to, or maybe just under 8:14s.
Con successfully made it.
Yeah, so I'll be interested to see if Con wants to go on the softs and finish on the softs to the end, or if he's going to go mediums and do the 3 laps.
He also had plenty of fuel there, so I wonder if that did hurt his tyres a little more than expected. Keen to see where Con comes out here.
As Packer as a 13.5.
8:13. On mediums too.
Damn it.
Showing how it's done in that lovely white and pastel green Corvette there. So Con's still stuck in the pits. He's wanting to fuel up full again. He's just coming out of his pit box now. 17, 18, 19 seconds behind Packer. Actually, well and truly comfortably in front of Renegade, who must have had another drama because he's now a minute behind Con.
Yeah, Con's come out on the medium tyre, so that's shown his hand. He'll finish on the mediums all the way to the end, doing 3-lap stints.
Can we go to 5th? Havoc is
Absolutely.
on his in-lap. Harmons has made a few mistakes, but he's right with Havoc. Harmons down around again. Havoc is not. Let's see if Harmons tries to put a move on.
Lovely little battle
Great
here.
exit.
Oh, I don't know how the top end of what the legs of the GT40 compares to the Corvette. He's playing it
Yeah,
smart.
I
He's
just
not-
gave Havoc a tap here, yeah.
Yeah, he's playing it smart. You don't want to
Pushing on.
overtake too early because the length of this straight is just huge. And if you overtake where Armands gave a tap, you're just going to get taken back again. So Armands actually played this very smart and has now used the slipstream advantage. Jumped in front of Havoc, right in front of the corner, says, thank you, you're not getting past me.
Yeah, Havoc there sportingly put on his hazard lights, knowing he's not as fast as Armands at the moment and most likely going to the pits, so just warning Armands about that.
Great
Good
sportsmanship
there.
Yeah, trying to indicate what their intentions are, and Havoc here jumping into the pits just now. Armands jumping up into 5th, 16 seconds behind Urgent. As we've said so many times tonight, 16 seconds is not that big of a gap. Armands could be on for a decent finish here.
Nah, yeah, absolutely. Oh,
And just in the back there, we've got Viking
Viking.
Racer who,
disconnected.
yeah,
Yep, unfortunate for Viking there. I think he's one of a few people who have oddly recurring DC issues. Unfortunate to see there for Viking. That brings us down to 8 drivers now. Just 8 left.
I'm not sure if that was an assisted DC, but if it was, I don't blame him. Because this track is absolutely painful.
Yeah, not a lover of the green hell there, are you, Tombo?
No, it's not the best friend. That's for sure.
I think it's on our bucket list for a lot of us car enthusiasts to head to the Green Hell and do a lap of the Nurburgring. You can actually go there and take one of your own cars or hire a car from one of the many places around the Nurburgring, and you pay a fee and you go and do a lap of the Green Hell.
I would absolutely
speed?
love to do a lap in real life of the Green Hell, but I would not want a powerful car. I would just want to enjoy it. I mean, having said that, I drive a Honda Jazz in Nugget Nationals in real life, so that is
Take the Jazz.
it's super slow. I would end up in a wall because I know how to drive that car. So I'll take something I don't know and then act a little bit more reserved. But yeah, Green Hell is certainly on the bucket list, like you say, Adam. Fully agree.
Does the Jazz have a name? Like
It
a
is just called
Cassidy or-
the Jazz. It is purple, so it sometimes just gets called PJ, but it is just the Jazz.
Oh. Very nice. Good point, but we'll let you off that one.
So it looks like Con is gaining a little bit. He's pulled about 1.5 seconds on Packer so far on the fresher medium tyre.
Yep.
How's Packer looking for fuel? I can't recall if he topped up and fueled his tank last time.
Yeah, it was full, so he's got about 23%, I'd say. So I think,
Comfortable to get back to
the
the
end
pits on
this
that
one.
amount. Yeah.
yeah. So we'll see what Con comes out, where Pack comes out in relation to Con.
Yeah, if we're
It will
looking
be
at...
interesting.
Go for
Sorry,
it.
Cap, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say it'll be interesting to see what the pit loss is here, and if all things said and done, they're about 40 seconds. Con's going to re-inherit the lead and stick that 20 seconds to the other way. So quite literally, we'll just swap positions and keep the gap about the same.
Yeah, I'm curious to see when Packer is going to do his soft stint. If he waits towards the end or if he does it in the middle here. And
Well,
it'll be
also-
interesting to see if he fills up completely.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe that's where Con may have made the mistake where he filled up too much on doing the 2 laps and it's hurt his tyres, and obviously wasn't able to make it around with any tyre wear on that front left. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Packer does.
Yep, I fully agree. I would like to think that that Packer might have seen. Well, I mean, he wouldn't have seen that he burned through fuel, but I expect him to see that Con came in on that 39% fuel, and has potentially not made the use of the softs. But either way, taking pit stop into account, Con has still got a commanding lead on this race.
Yeah, if I'm Packer here, I'm putting in 2 laps of fuel, putting softs on, and absolutely flooring it. Try and take 8 to 10 seconds if you can out of time.
Try and really pull that gap down.
If you leave it as is and do mediums again, I fear that gap is just gonna expand even more.
Fully agree. Interesting to see. I'm jumping on with Renegade for a moment here. Unfortunately, he's about 1:20 behind Con. That gap has increased a little bit, but Urgent, after his first lap dramas, is now within 5 to 6 seconds of Renegade here. So I'm not sure if that gap is closing or becoming larger. But either way, it could be an interesting battle here for the final position on the podium.
The delta's definitely going down, so I'd say you're spot on, Cat.
It does look like Urgent will be coming in this lap though, whereas Renegade is on fresher tyre, almost full fuel, so
there it is.
He must have pitted, yeah.
Must be a pit stop in there that I'm not quite picking up on. Good pick up, Adam.
Yeah, so Harmons and Fifth will also be in this lap, and I dare say NJS might do one more. I'm not entirely certain.
All depends on fuel. If you've got the fuel to go again, that is the main deciding factor.
It's at 23% now, wherever he is on track. Probably, I'd say no.
No, I don't think he's getting this lap and another in. He'll have a little bit to spare when he hits the pits, but 25% I wouldn't say is enough for 2 laps around here.
Speaking of pits, we've got the race leader in the pits at the moment, Packer, so we'll keep an eye on Con and see where he comes out, or how much of a lead he'll get, because surely he'll jump Packer here.
Yeah, he's jumped out onto the start-finish straight of the GP already, so I don't know if it is Packer in the pit box. He just
pulling in now, and the jacks are up, tyres are off, fresh tyres going on, fuel going in.
A long, painful wait.
Especially when you've already heard Con, go flying back past you again. You know that car's disappearing in the distance. You just want to be let out. You just know that you need that fuel to be able to just keep the pressure on. So Packer coming out again for another medium stint, 100% fuel. There's that 22 seconds between Packer and Con. Huge
so there you go. It was about 40 seconds. Right on the money, Captain. So he had a 16-second lead, Packer.
Yeah, 40 seconds. Over an 8-minute lap, you would think it's not that big, but it still plays a huge part. The mediums and the softs don't vary that much, so trying to do 2-lap stints on softs is super difficult to try and make that time back up. They simply don't last. Finding 2 flying laps around here on softs, it's just, they don't last. So, hot tip for anyone that's racing at I was about to say hot tip for anyone that's racing at 7:30, but this is a delayed stream, so hopefully everyone else has already picked up on that, and good luck to them.
Hot tip for anyone racing next year.
And if you're tuning into this stream, make sure you do hit the like button and subscribe to the Wheel2Wheel YouTube channel. And head back and have a look at our past races. We've got, hours and hours of racing for you guys to watch. So plenty of fun, exciting races for you to enjoy. So yeah, definitely have a look.
There's an absolute smorgasbord. There is probably, honestly, too much to choose from, but have a flick back. There's been some absolutely golden seasons of racing honestly, all of them. You pick a race and you're going to have an enjoyable stream to watch back.
Yeah. And we have a great archive of hot laps. Thanks to Dave Florence Australia.
Yeah, that's right. If you're looking to try and learn the track and learn what lines to take, where to brake. As Tom was just saying, jump on our YouTube channel, check out the Jade Finance Australia hot laps from some of the fastest drivers on Wheel2Wheel and in GT Gran Turismo. They'll guide you around the track and show you how to get faster.
Wheel2Wheel is truly home to some top tier drivers. We've both explored outside of Wheel2Wheel, of course, with some of our drivers in different races, and they do tend to dominate. We've also had the likes of some GT sport drivers and like in esports races join us for some rounds, and we obviously keep up with them, and we really have a name for ourselves. So certainly go and have a look at those lap guides. Be sure to pick up some time on your own races. As we see a smattering of pit stops in the background there, Armand, NJS and Webber all coming in for pit.
Yeah, just to add to that, Captain, Wheel2Wheel is a very competitive league, but it's also just fun for everyone. Like, while we're all racing hard against each other, we're all friends and we all have great chats after races and have a laugh. So don't be too scared if you think you might not be fast enough. We have divisions for everyone. And it's more about the community rather than the racing. While the racing is excellent, the community is that much better. So, jump in, have a chat with the boys. Everyone makes you feel welcome, and don't be shy to join the league.
That is a really good point, Adam. Thank you for bringing that up. That the league is. Look, I don't want to say the old cliche of we are a family, because we're not, but we are a group of really good people, and we are here for the racing, but I genuinely stay around because of the group of people that we are.
Yep, totally agree with everything there, gents.
So, back to the racing. Con, 25-second lead. He has been so far faultless. I shouldn't have said that because he's on my team and I'm a commentator, but hopefully the curse is staying away from him. That comfortable lead there. He's gotten his soft tyre stint out, so he knows what to run at the end of the race. He will be in at the end of lap 8 for a final stint on mediums.
Yeah, Packer did make a little mistake at the start of the launch, so I just got 2 tyres on the grass. Didn't spin or anything, just hit the fence slightly, probably cost him about 3 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, unfortunately.
And he still pulled 2 seconds on Con, but as you said, it could have been more without that little incident or little off there.
Yep, absolutely. NJS and Webber in 7th and 8th have also started to form a nice little battle here. Both fresh out of the pits and looking racy.
Yeah, again, NJS being hassled by these big Jags, big powerful Jags. F1 looking to go around the outside, but thinks better of it. NJS going very slowly through there.
These guys on differing. Are they on differing pit stop strategies here?
No, same.
No, it is an actual race for position.
Here we go. As Webber goes down the inside, NJS makes it easy. That's all she wrote.
Oh no, NJS is off into the wall.
Was that just one of those prize moments of driving a mid-rear car? Was that a case of snap oversteer and then tried to correct it and just launch him into the barriers?
Yeah, well, what happened there? NJS got a good run through those right-hand corners and just came up to the back of F1 Webber really quick, and he had to get on the brakes. And when you get on the brakes through a corner in those MR cars, or any car really, you just understeer, and he just understeered off into the barrier.
Yeah.
So too much brake and going too fast and just understeered. It's really unfortunate for NJS, yeah.
Oh, as Webber.
Webber's around.
NJS is his lucky day. Yeah, very better.
Is he going to stay out of the way here? He does.
Yeah,
Weber playing
very well
the
done.
sportsmanship card there, going, "Hey, I know I've stuffed up here. I'm not gonna hold you up." But that means the battle rages on.
Absolutely. Good to see. Not good for the trash, but good for the stream.
Good to see a battle still raging.
Yeah.
There's plenty of large gaps here, but we are looking at different strategies as well. The difference between Con and Packer is Con has done his soft stint and is still leading. So he's done the out of the ordinary stint, and Packer might actually look to improve here as he's gained a couple of seconds over the last half a lap or so, bring that gap down to about 22 seconds. So again, 22 seconds, huge gap. Around here, it's not. That's one mistake.
Nah, and there's still...
And we also got to remember that Packer only has to, fill up for 2 laps, where Con will need to fill up for 3, so that'll cut that time down, and then Packer will be on the soft tyre, and he'll probably chase him down, but he'll have to get past him, which is no easy feat around here. Doesn't matter what tyre you're on, so it's going to be interesting. I do think it's going to come down to the last lap.
I tend to agree with that, especially with the prime overtaking opportunities being big long straights. Packer's going to have his work cut out to try and sneak past that Supra with the top end speed.
Yeah. Do you gents know the difference in points between first and second?
Of
I
what's
don't.
being awarded?
Yeah.
So points available is a great question.
Because
Let me see
just
what
trying
I
to
can find.
figure out if Con wins, does he make up that deficit to Packer? Or is it the other way around?
So isn't it 600 points for a win?
It is in our division, but it scales
does.
down as we go through Div 2, 3, and
yes,
4.
that's
So
right.
exactly where that ends up being. I think the delta remains about the same, so it should be that 9, approximately 9 points between the drivers. So I think it is, 9 points, the difference at the moment, Tombo?
So right now, Con is going to win the championship by 1 point. Man,
A single point.
that is some close racing.
That is super impressive. Well, let's hope our predictions are right. And
Let's hope they're wrong.
let's hope
it's
for
gonna be here.
13R's sake. Let's finish this year bang with a Div 4 win.
Team Permobil CD all the way.
Well, unfortunately, Goat's not here to defend that first position. So it's not going to work out in Div 1 for you. Oh, I should jump off of Con. He's just made a small mistake and only sideswiped the barriers a little bit. Hasn't really lost too much time through that first sector of the Nordschleife. It's so easy to do, and especially on warm mediums as well. But really, he's not dropped that much time. The gap was already down to about 21 seconds, and it stays at 21.
Yeah. It was 23 at the start.
I'm feeling Packer's going to make up a lot of time on this lap.
Yeah.
Those fresher tyres compared to Con's is just...
Yeah, you're spot on there. Look at that gap, already down to 17 seconds. So I wonder if Packer's keeping
Come on, Packer. Come on.
And looking at that gap and going, Con's starting to make mistakes. Wonder if he's feeling the pressure. And again, different tyre strategies, so different grip levels. It's not over until they cross that finish line.
And just up in 7th and 8th, we've got the 2 guys who can't get away from each other, it seems like. NJS and F1 Weber back at it again.
The 2 Nurburgrings into the carousel.
So Weber's in a prime position for an overtake here within that slipstream zone, heading onto the back straight. But you've got to keep it. You've got to keep the corner exit speed up. At the amount of times that I've been following someone and I push wide here and have to button right off, and you just lose all of that momentum. Weber gets NJS gets a great exit, pulling that gap out. But the Jag and in slipstream,
But look at this.
just going to reel him
Slingshot
in.
engage.
Is he going to make it past before the bend in this back straight here?
Oh, the gap is
They're
falling.
going to go side. Oh, NJS moves.
NJS seen it coming.
Oh,
He's going to have to go around a long way. He does. They're side by side at 280 something Ks. Oh. As Webber touches the grass at the highest speed section of the circuit. Whew. He can be a sigh of relief. He goes deep. Webber goes deep. Oh, he taps the wall. Gives that spot right back to NJS. This is tit for tat if who can keep it clean at the moment. This is great viewing.
F1 Webber, I think the stream has caught him out there. Needed to break a little bit earlier to compensate for the speed, and unfortunately he's just put it into the wall. But here we go again. F1 Webber needing to chase down NJS.
Just a side note, Packer has gained 5 seconds, nearly almost 6 seconds on time.
In about half a lap too.
Yeah, half a lap, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting to the pointy end of the race now, lap 8. Cap, if do you just want to run through the AMS excavation ad if you got it there handy?
Absolutely, I'll bring that right up. We'll be back with everyone in just a moment.
Yeah, so you've just seen a ad from AMS Excavations there. You've also seen one from Jade Finance Australia, our major sponsor for Season 12, and 180 Embroidery, who is sponsoring Team Dodgy Racing. We'd just like to also thank Permobile, who's sponsoring CP Motorsports. At Permobile, our purpose is to innovate for individuals to create advanced solutions that make the lives of people living with disabilities more enriching. Our dedicated team work tirelessly to make this happen. At Permobile, we are leading the change, and we see ability. So if you want to check them out, you can head to their website, www.permobile.com, and go have a look at what they do. And thank you to all our sponsors for jumping on board with us for Season 12. Without you guys, we couldn't do what we do here at Wheel2Wheel, and we've got some exciting things planned for the future. And it's all thanks to our sponsors. So, yeah, once again, thank you guys for sponsoring the league.
Thank you, Adam.
Absolutely.
And to continue on with that, we quite literally wouldn't be able to bring this stream to the viewers tonight. My equipment, my hardware, has proudly been purchased with sponsor-funded money. So, again, quite literally, wouldn't have this stream here tonight. So, big thank you to all of our sponsors.
Yeah, big thanks.
All right, back to the racing, and the battle's on for first here. Con leading says Packer by 15 seconds. Packer's yet to do his soft stint, where Con has already done that. So,
and it can go both ways, can't it? The soft stint is so volatile in the sense of if you can manage a softs, you will end up quicker over 2 laps. But if you, I for one, am guilty of this. I get sucked into the extra grip of the softs and just go, yeah, this is amazing. You get 2/3 of the way through your second lap, and that's it. You've got no more grip.
That gap is rapidly declining.
It is
Down
dropping,
to
isn't it?
12.8 seconds.
Doesn't seem like Con's had any issue, but yeah, multiple seconds from Packer being pulled on Con.
His tyres are significantly worse compared to Packer. Packer has pitted earlier, later, but still
There's a
significantly
1 lap difference, but still that gap. What is it? About 10 seconds. It would be this lap alone, if not more. Possibly 12
Absolutely.
seconds, about 24 by the time.
As the leader pits,
Comes into the pits.
turn Packer. Put the foot down, son.
So
so
Packer
for
will
for those of you at home, if you haven't realised, we've got Tombo25, who's a teammate of Packer, And Captain Loso, who's a teammate of Con's, so
Do you want to put a beer on it, Carlos?
there's no bias here at all.
Hey, I'll put a beer on it. I'm confident in Con's skills.
Let's do it.
Of course.
Righto.
I'll take that wager. I feel we might have just jinxed both of our teammates here. So who knows?
Yeah, Renegade's into a bad
Hey,
thing.
Renegade for the win? You never know. It's the green hell. You never know. All right, Con's filled up. It looks like he does have a 27 second gap to Packer, but there is a pit stop in it. Con, presuming he's on mediums, boys, give me some information here, but he will be going to the end. Yep.
Correct.
27 seconds. It's still going to work out to about that 12, 13 seconds. And Packer has less fuel to put in, and he's going to end up on softs. Tense.
This is building nicely. Div 4 always delivers. Every time I come here to say a few words, they deliver a great race.
Couldn't agree more.
So
The Enduro, was it an Enduro at Monza this season? Or I can't remember if it was 2 races now. My memory fades me, but either way.
2 races.
Yeah, Div 4 we streamed over those 2 races. Thank you, Tombo. Was unreal. The battles, the courtesy, absolutely everything shown was top class. So Div 4 really bringing the goods. As we see Renegade jump in for presuming his last stop as well. He's done his 2 laps on SOS to round out his strategy, filling up fuel.
He was on mediums just then. Has he run his stuff yet?
I think did he start on SOS?
Yeah, he started on
Oh yeah,
softs.
he did. Yeah, my bad.
Can't remember if it was first or second, but yep, started on SOS, so he'll be running to the end now. Comfortable gap on Renegade. Sorry, Tom.
Hards on.
He's gone for hard.
Renegade just put the hards on.
Wonder if that's a misclick.
That's interesting.
I mean, he's got a comfortable gap back to Renegade in 4th place, but hards is still... it's a brave choice. Wonder if that's a misclick.
Well, hopefully he knows that there is no compulsory tyre here. It's,
True.
You can run any tyre that you want, so maybe he's thinking they're compulsory, so he's running the hards to finish off. But yeah, as I said, he's got quite a decent gap to Urgent PD, so...
Oh, actually, I take that back. The gaps are, for some reason, not dynamic, and Urgent has just passed the start-finish straight and pulled that gap down to about 35 seconds. Although...
I think Urgent will have to stop again, though?
I predict
yes.
it, yeah. Yeah, he might have to be coming in at the end of this lap.
I'd say this
maybe.
lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that gap will open right back out. Renegade going to the end. Urgent having 1 more pit stop to go.
Now, the gap first to second has dropped by, I want to say a second, maybe 1.3. So Con...
Yeah, not
really
as much as I
making
thought,
this-
to be honest. I thought it would have been a few more seconds taken out of the lead there by Con.
Yeah.
Early days, Adam. Early days.
Yeah.
Early days.
Oh,
Packer
says
has a
back against
big
very
moment.
sideways, yeah. Big slide there.
Come on, Tom, there's a beer on this.
But yeah, we've got about 2.5 laps left, so we might just run through the field one more time.
Absolutely.
And we'll start up with Packer in first position for CP Motorsports, sponsored by Per Mobile. He's got a 25-second lead on Con 008, racing for 13R Autosports. Tombo, take it away.
Yep, and then in third we've got Renegade. He's been into a few trials and tribulations this race, but he's on those hards for our plan and hoping to finish the season on a high. And then we've got another 13R Autosports driver.
Yeah, we do.
They're everywhere. There's 3 of them around me at the moment in that Super. And then we got Harmons, I believe, Adam.
Yeah, that's right. Armin's there in 5th position in that Ford GT, the privateer entry. And just want to give
battle
a
scars.
just want to give a shout out to Armin's. He's been a big help with actually getting us leads to sponsors. So without him, we wouldn't have a few of the sponsors that we have at the moment. So big shout out to Armands for always putting in a lot of effort into the league, and he's also one that does data entry, I believe.
Yeah.
So shout out to Armands. And then behind Armands we got Havoc, who hasn't had the greatest of races tonight. He's been very fast the past few rounds. Been up at the pointy end, but not having a good time here. But he's racing for CP Motorsports, again sponsored by Permobile.
Absolutely. And then we've got Weber in 7th in that Studera Portfolio Jag.
You somehow end up with the most...
Hybrid.
Sorry, Tombo, completely cutting off. You somehow end up with the most difficult team names to pronounce there. Even I struggle with that one.
I know. I keep getting absolutely screwed.
Scuderia Quadrifoglio. You have to say it with the Italian accent.
Okay, show off.
well, I missed a V or something.
Which, by the way, that team needs to make a comeback. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'll stop sidetracking.
Anyway, 8th is the Great Neil. He's been in a few bust-ups in this race, but hopefully he can cut down that 4 seconds to Weber and make himself a nice little position to finish the season.
I tell you what, he's only 4 seconds behind, but he's got way more fuel than F1 Weber out there. So,
Do you reckon Neil has to stop again, NJS? By the looks on my screen, he stopped on lap 7. Do you think he's still got 2 laps to go on soft?
Surely he has to stop.
Yeah, I would say probably have to stop. But
Yeah,
we could have a battle for the last position there, which we'll definitely keep an eye on.
Well, actually, yeah. Having said that, Weber still looks like he needs to pit as well. If my telemetry is correct, they both pit on lap 7, so they're even strategy. Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Just speaking of Armands, he's in the wall.
No.
5th there.
Oh, here comes Habit.
Again,
Yeah.
so easy to do.
No, I think Palmer's will keep the position.
That's right.
Moving on.
We're getting to the pointy end where fatigue will definitely be setting in now. For all the drivers. 90 minutes around here is no easy feat, so definitely fatigue setting in now.
Especially around that 1 hour. The 1 hour mark, your mind tends to drift a bit, I find.
Absolutely.
And I'd hate to imagine around here.
Well, yeah, so we're at the hour 15 mark, and we've still got 2 laps to go, which is an easy 16, 17 minutes. So looking like we'll be over the hour and a half mark, over the 90-minute mark for these drivers here. And interesting to see the gap between Packer and Con has stayed relatively stable at about that 22, 23 second mark.
Yeah, but that's right, Tombo. Packer's in this lap, and now we'll see what the gap will be. Oh, Packer almost missed the pit. Wow.
I wish I could have seen that, but wow. Wouldn't that be a way to throw away the race, a potential race win?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Tombo. I would have won my beer already.
Well done, mate.
Alright, we've got Con onto the straight now. Packer is just on the jacks. The new tyres are going on, and he's putting in the fuel.
Come on.
Presumably he will be on the soft tyre.
I'm really, really interested to see where this gap is going to end up. Con has made his way through the first 2 hairpins. Running super wide on the
still in the
exit.
pits.
Yeah, Packer's taken a long time to fill
Sitting
up.
there for a long time.
He's
He's
out.
gone full. Oh no, he's gone full fuel.
No,
Interesting to
Mikey,
see
no.
though, both Con and Packer have gone full fuel. So surely Packer has to, actually Adam, you would know, actually both of you have done seasons in the Corvette. Would you have to fuel save to get 2 laps here? Or is it,
No.
you can go flat out and you'll still get 2 laps?
The Corvette has lots of torque. So you sort of shift it after the G number anyway, and that saves a bit of fuel. But even with that, compared to other cars, it is a thirsty beast. So I'm not sure if I haven't done much practice around here, but I'd say he's gonna go flat out
Overfueled.
and or he's overfueled.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's overfueled, which is just giving all the advantage back to Con now. So is Con going to win it? Is Con going to win the Division 4 championship by 1 point?
It'd be a hell of a story. It would be one hell of a story.
I'm just staying
we'll
quiet.
wrestle-
I don't
wrestle
want to
be
jinx
more-
anything more.
Yeah.
Starting to regret putting that beer down. Nah, it's alright.
Too good.
Just the worst people to give it to.
Oh,
Oh, 5th and
And
6th here. Havoc and Harmons. So,
Oh, looks like Harmon's been into the wall again. He's got front right damage. And I don't know if his tyres are going to make it around.
Harmons is in this lap. Sure, he's in this lap. That rear left is looking painful.
plenty of tyre wear here. So, Armin's. Who have we got left to pit? Okay, Urgent apparently, right on command. So Urgent has pit. Who else are we seeing? So Con and Packer are going to the end.
Weber's pitting.
Yep.
Armand is pitting. NJS, I don't know what he's doing. He's at 25% now. I'd say he's pitting, but his tyres look good, so...
Yeah, won't get another 2
Yeah,
laps.
Urgent, Armand, and Weber.
Interesting.
And
So
NJS.
Havoc and Urgent might actually end up in a bit of a battle here if it looks like Havoc is going to the
Havoc.
end.
He is a bit of a strategy whiz behind Havoc, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him to have played himself into this.
Oh, I don't know. Urgent's already out of the pits. And
Yes, yeah. Okay,
He's
yeah.
quite
I retract my previous comments.
And I will see myself out.
Alright, so the gap to Con has come down a little bit.
It has dropped, hasn't it? It has
Yeah, it
dropped.
has dropped.
I don't know if it's enough though, lads. But are we nearly halfway through the lap? And he's only gained
A couple of
2
seconds.
seconds?
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
tyre deg is going to be somewhat similar between lap 2 and 3 on a stint on the medium tyres versus lap 1 and the end of lap 2 on the set of softs. The softs
And
do
he's
wear
put-
quicker.
And he's put a full tank in.
True.
So that's going to wear out those softs
That doesn't help.
even more than 2. But we'll see.
I honestly think that's
everything's
such
fast.
an easy mistake to make. I shouldn't even say mistake. That's just an easy thing to do. You are filling up
Absolutely.
full tanks every single time you come into the pits until this one time. So you're just in a rhythm. You go to
Yeah.
full tank, and then on the exit, or potentially even right at the finish line, you go, "Wow, I have way overfueled this mark." So certainly, easy thing to do.
Let's jump on with NJS and we'll see if he can jump F1 Weber in the pits here. It's only about six seconds in front, I believe.
Yeah, he's got a lot more fuel from when they came into the pits.
It does.
Fuel's going in. Who's going to be the first one out? Where NJS is moving. He has jumped. Weber in
He's
the
jumped
pits.
him.
Spot on. Good couple of seconds. So the inseparable pair remain inseparable. Final stint, final couple of laps, only 2 seconds between them. So interesting. I saw Weber come out on the softs, as he goes very wide there on cold tyres. Has NJS come out on the same tyre?
He has, yep. NJS has come out on the soft tyre as well.
There we go. All things even.
And look at the fuel levels. NJS, knowing that the Pug doesn't use that much fuel, has fueled less than F1 Weber. Oh, and we got yellow flags in
yellows.
front, and that's Armin's again, unfortunately.
I don't
Fresh
envy
soft tyre
his,
as well.
I don't envy his position. Armin's in that GT40. Again, the mid-rear cars are just, he's still dealing with dirty tyres through the Schumacher Center chicane. I'm getting my tracks mixed up now, thinking of Interlagos. I'm going to stop talking about corner names, but yeah, unfortunate for Armin.
Yeah, we got F1 Weber right on the back of NJS now.
Oh,
See
so
if
those,
you can make a move before the Nordschleife starts.
Yeah, those two still remain inseparable.
They're two besties.
Aren't they
Absolutely
just?
loving each other at the moment.
And two completely different cars too. They handle and behave so different. They're side by side into the chicane. Neil on the inside has the prime position. Looks like he's going to hold out that track position. Oh, Weber on the dive!
Oh!
That is a...
Weber with the dive.
Yeah. Weber took that opportunity. Neil did leave that space open, and Weber performed a beautiful dive and a beautifully clean overtake. Fantastic job there by Weber.
I think Weber knew he had to get past NJS, because I reckon Weber might be able to catch Armands, and Armands pulling the wall again.
Armands is off again.
Maybe not loving the soft tyre there.
Well, I think the cloud cover's come back over, and this track looks very cold now.
Does look very greasy.
Thing might look very slippery, yeah.
I wonder if that's going to play into Packard's hands here for tyre degradation and just keep the softs hanging on for that little bit longer. Who knows?
Definitely could work out for him. The gap has come down to 14 seconds now.
14 seconds. Just on a lap, just over a lap to go. He has brought the gap down, so softs are working for him, but is it going to be enough?
I'm more nervous watching.
I know!
And I imagine this is intense.
This is fantastic. Oh, Con nearly on a personal best there as well, so he's definitely not hanging about.
Oh, Weber and NJS are at it again. Less than 2 tenths between them. These two can't get enough of each other.
I mean, honestly, if you're going to do an enduro, this is a top-notch way to do it. Just spend 90 minutes battling with a good mate. Why not?
Is
he going to hold that position?
Oh my god!
Wow.
You do not see that there. You do not see that move there. That was amazing. For NJS to hold that slide around the outside of Weber, amazing.
Unreal. To be able to see that gap and go, yep, I'm going to overtake Weber there. And then Weber to ultimately leave the space and let it happen still and not... I mean, they contacted each other, but not to the point that it was dangerous. Wow.
I think Weber just didn't think that was going to happen.
Fair play, too. I would not have expected that at all.
I don't think anyone did, to be honest. That's some big cojones there.
Yeah, that definitely could have ended in a lot of pain for NJS there, but worked out well, and he's away. But now he's going to keep F1 Weber behind him. All right, so the boys are on the final lap. The front two, we've got about 8 minutes and 15 seconds to go, and there's a 13.6 second gap between them. So what can Packer do?
Ton's mediums are looking a bit second-hand, though. I don't know. Right, surely that's going to be Erdin at the end of this lap.
How are Packers soft holding up?
Nope.
They're not bad. They're not bad.
No.
That's not what I want to hear, Adam.
One great Northern Post. Thank you.
I don't want to call it too early, but I got to say the Packers filling to full on the fuel gauge, I think it's cost him the race win here. I don't know. I mean, there's still a long time to go, but can he pull in 13 seconds on Con?
It's a big ask. It is a very big ask. A lap of fuel, 20%, 20 litres roughly, could be, 4 seconds?
5 litres a second. 5 litres a second.
Yeah, so 20 litres,
seconds.
4 seconds roughly. That could bring it down to that 8 second mark. If he's within 5 to 6, then dare I say an overtake could have been achieved if he didn't fuel up to a full tank.
Patrick's half a second purple here. He is going for it.
He knows it's on the line here, and he can see that time dropping. Absolutely dropping. Maybe not in this bit of the course, because the Supra is stupidly strong. But 12 seconds. 12 seconds is the margin.
The championship on the line. All season he's been working for this. He's 1 second purple now. Should see a sub 10.
If he pulls off
The
a sub
race
10,
going.
that is insanely quick. To put that into context, I believe top driver, who is I think currently leading the overall championship in fixed Chris, has not pulled off a 7-minute lap here. So to be within that sort of 8, maybe 10 seconds gap over an 8-minute lap, CS Packer is absolutely on fire.
Yeah, it's David Packer here, but NJS has successfully dropped River. The gap is now 3.5 seconds. So they've broken up. That relationship is over, unfortunately.
At least for now.
It was a beautiful, passionate affair, but no more.
What was it? Nah, sorry, I thought Con was off there for a second, but all good. Still on track.
Don't be like that.
Don't be pulling at the heartstrings there, Adam. Although that gap has dropped, so a mistake might have been made.
Oh, look at this.
And and the tyres of Con do not look that good. As you said, Tombo, you called it.
I know how it feels. Control again. Packer pushed him to the limit. Nearly goes off there. Didn't lose any time, but man, it was close. 1.5 purple now. So he's on for an 11.
My heart can't take this. This gap dropping. Con, I'm gonna stop viewing Con because he is on the ragged edge. Keep an eye on Packer.
No. That's not fair. That is not fair.
Equal shared between them. That fast uphill section again showing the super strength, and really it's only two spaces of this track. You can hear Tombo reacting to the tiniest little slide from Packer there. It's understandable. There's a lot on the line here. It's I dare I say it again, the gap of 10 seconds here looking quite huge in a normal condition, but around Nurburgring that is so small.
Anything can happen. That left side of Packers looks like it's ready to go. I don't know if it's going to make it to the end of the lap.
So both Packer and Con using all of the tyre available, and probably more.
Oh, sorry, Con.
Oh, Con's.
Packer. My bad.
Yep. Con's tyres aren't looking too crash hot. That gap down to single digits, low 9 seconds. There's a lot of sliding going on here from Packer, as I presume as well, Con.
Yeah,
they're at the final stages here.
Packer can see the time coming down. He's pushing really hard.
It's so you've just got to maintain your calm, don't you? He's 2.4 seconds per.
Yeah. Sometimes it's better not to look at the gap.
Yes.
The more it goes down, the more stupid you drive.
Yep.
Focus on your rhythm, hit your marks.
Solid words, Tombo. Solid words. I couldn't agree more. As soon as you get into your own head and you think I've got a chance here, I typically throw it all away.
Yeah, me too. Oh, he's 2 seconds.
He stays 2.4 seconds purple. Yep.
This would be a value 10.
Con rounding the last carousel being the second of the lap. Heading through the last technical right-hander, really needing to focus on his straight here, but I think Con has done 99.9% of the hard work here. 8-second gap.
I think he's done it.
Packer is keeping it clean through this last right-hander as well, onto the back straight. Gap is going to stay about level with 8 seconds. That has been pulled down dramatically though.
Yeah,
it was a good slog by Packer. He almost got there. Unfortunately, that mistake of filling the fuel tanks on the last stop has probably cost him the race, unfortunately.
At least a battle on the last lap, yep.
Yeah, but All credit to Con. He's put in an amazing drive here tonight as he comes around the last corner onto the straight. He's going to take out the final round of Season 12 and most likely the championship for Division 4.
Gives us
Con
a
racing
wiggle.
for 13R Auto Sports, taking the win.
Yes, Con.
CS Packer coming through in second with the fastest lap of 8:12. Amazing drive by the top two here.
Good effort. Good effort. Thoroughly deserved. Son and Packer. Renegade been at home in third. But he's still got 2 minutes left, so...
Comfortable third place, though. Comfortable third place.
Yeah.
Now, the next question that I have to ask. Gran Turismo 7, how long of a race continuation do we have?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. What was the time? 3 minutes?
3. And
Yeah, okay.
so, on a serious note, our mothers have been to marriage counselling and they've reunited. They're back together.
I don't think we're going to be able to see the end of the lap here between these two.
I don't think
So-
we're not going to see the final of these two. So basically, whoever holds position is going to win out in this battle, which currently looks like Neil.
Yeah. They go together like cocaine and muscles. These two. And River has a slight slide. Allows NJS to open the gap a little bit. Not enough though. I don't know. How long's left? Can anyone see that?
I have no idea
can't
what's on the
see it.
timer. No clue.
Over.
So I'll jump back up with Renegade. He might just be able to finish.
Yeah.
It'd be good to see him get across the line. He's doing the last big braking zone now, rounding the last right and then left-hander. Makes his way onto the GP circuit again. Final time, Renegade rounding out the podium. Well driven considering some early on dramas. Gives us plenty of flashes of light.
Absolutely.
Finishes with an 8:35.
Enduro Magician. Renegade is. Alright, Habits in the fence. Habits in fifth is in the fence.
Unfortunate.
Harmon's is 20 seconds back. I think Habit's gonna hold on. Unfortunate. Oh, Harmon's nearly in the fence. It's all happening. River closes in on NJS. A two. Engaged in a passionate embrace of racing.
Alright, I'm going to jump on with Urgent here. He's finally coming down the end. I shouldn't say finally. For the final time. Coming down this long straight here.
Oh, sorry.
And that's it. That's it. That's all we get.
F1 Weber got past NJS.
Oh, the last second.
Yeah, on the last second.
He did it.
NJS took the carousel where... who was it? Weber went around the outside on the around the carousel. So I think he's done it. But there you have it, guys.
Unreal.
Amazing race by Division 4 here. The last race of the season. Congratulations to Con taking out the win, followed by CS Packer for second, and ISA Renegade taking out third position. Well done.
What a race,
Well done.
gentlemen. Full of thrills, full of plenty of spills, and apparently some marriage counselling for good measure. But Con, well-deserved win. Fingers crossed the leaderboards and the point scores work out for you to claim your Div 4 championship. And Tombo, thank you very much for the beer.
Nice, mate. Come find me at the 12 hour.
Done deal.
Give me a
Actually,
beer.
not a done deal. I can't make it to the 12 hour, but
Boom.
one day soon.
Alright, well, one day. I owe you.
Not a problem. All right, gentlemen.
Well, there you have it.
Let's wrap things up. Again, thank you for joining me here and doing the wonderful job of commentary and while I present the visuals. But it was fantastic to have you here both. Fantastic to have you both here. Would help if I could continue to talk and wrap things up. Tombo, Adam, you're welcome back in my commentary box anytime.
Thank you, boys.
Thank you,
I've
Captain.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, amazing to be here. Love the race. Just want to give a shout out to our sponsors once again. Jade Finance Australia, our major sponsor for Season 12, Per Mobile, AMS Excavations, 180 Embroidery, and Hybrid Ag. Thank you to those guys.